Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Firefly Tarot. So we're going to be doing a mini reading today because there's 6 different groups. This is going to be Ask Any Question, what is the guidance? I don't think I can immediately get the outcome for you. I've done a pick a card like that in the past. Actually, I probably should link that below. But yes, this, for the purposes of just this reading, it's going to be what is the guidance and just any surrounding energies for you here. Okay, so we'll get into that. And as you can see, there's 6 groups. I'm going to show you each one. If you don't feel like this is the right time to watch this, then you just go with your intuition always. Otherwise, the messages may not come out right for you. And it's a general reading. As always, if you'd like personal guidance with a personal reading with me, the info is always below. Okay, so we have here group number 1, this one over here. This is howlite. Group 1. This is group 2, amethyst. This is group 3, black tourmaline. This is group number 4, chrysoprase. This is group number 5, golden healer quartz. And then this is group number 6, the clear quartz. Okay. So again, we have here group number 1, group number 2, group number 3, group number 4, group number 5, and group number 6. So again, always just go with your intuition. It may not be the right time to watch, but hopefully it is. And you can pause if you need to make your selection, and whenever you are ready, I will see you at your reading. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 1, which is howlite. I totally forgot to say this in the intro, but before we draw the cards, it's best to focus on the question, just really have that clearly in your mind, because if you have more than one thing that you're thinking about, this actually will affect the reading. So if you want, you can even pause right now, or kind of just do the whole thing over again. Totally forgot. Okay, so Spirit, this reading is for group number 1, howlite. Please and thank you for group number 1. Okay, so Spirit, regarding their question, their concern, this energy, can you please just give us a starting message for group 1, and what do they need to hear about this question? Howlite, thank you. What do they need to hear? Thank you. Well, we do see as your very first card, this is pretty promising, the Temperance card. They said something like something is healing, okay? So if it's not the word healing, it could just be something is coming into balance, something is coming into peace, definitely that it's meant to. So let's see, Spirit, what else do they need to know? King of Cups. A lot of this watery energy here. I don't know if there's a lot of emotion or psychic energy involved or something like that. Let's see, what else? Spirit, regarding their actual focused question, can you please let us know, what is the guidance for group 1, howlite? What is the guidance for them? What do they need to know? Okay, a lot of cards did want to come out, so wondering what is going on for you guys. Okay, so we have also the World, the High Priestess, the Knight of Cups, the 9 of Wands, and then the Hanged Man. Okay. So yeah, there is a lot of energy here. Again, the first thing that they wanted to tell you is that something is healing, something is coming into balance, even if there were a lot of battles and cycles that you had to go through. You may not like the answer that they're about to give you, but I will report this for you, okay? So we have the Hanged Man all the way at the end. They're indicating with the Hanged Man that the best guidance for this, legit, is you have to surrender and let go of the fears regarding this, because something is meant to happen with this situation, and I can get that for you just because this is like a hanged position, right? I will try to get that for you. There is definitely some kind of a cycle and closure coming, cycle coming to an end and closure coming towards you. to. A lot of you already know within your intuition what this is going to be. This is not, probably it's not going to be a surprise. It's not a surprise even now to you. I feel like the battles, whatever is going on with these battles and the stress is coming to an end as well. The best thing that you can do is really just go with the flow with the Knight of Cups, the King of Cups, and Temperance. If you have trouble doing this, if you have trouble kind of just feeling relaxed and balanced to move forward, then definitely ask your angels and guides for help. You have, this looks like a guardian angel to me, and then you have more guides here. So this is going to be a joint effort, you know, among you guys. But like I said, with the Hanged Man, they're asking you to just let go, because the thing is, with this situation, your energy, if you're thinking about it a lot, your energy is coming in strong, and it's actually kind of affecting things, whether this means you're accidentally pushing something away, or just I don't know, like it could be any of these things where you're accidentally almost manifesting something here, kind of just like interfering with the energy and where it's supposed to fall. Can you tell us anything else, any further guidance or anything about their outcome even? So with the Page of Swords, I kind of just wonder if many of you, I don't know if this is all of you, have received some kind of a sign or a call or something where there was information for you that's relevant here. And if not, this could be coming in still, but it's either it happened already or it's going to happen within just maybe a day or two. It's not going to take long. Can you tell us more? Group 1. The Strength card. Overall, I am feeling that ultimately you will have a very positive outcome with something, but it is going to require you to sincerely release something else. You guys probably already know how energy tends to work, is that if our hands are full, nothing new can come through. And it is looking here like there's something that really needs to release, fall away in order for something else, like the space, to be cleared. The Strength card, you know, you can ask your guides and angels for strength. You already have shown an enormous amount of strength, so just really keep that in mind. Like I said, I do feel a cycle is coming to an end. It's going to depend on, I suppose, your energetic approach to things. I know you're tired, but this is even more reason why they want you to completely let go. They said you don't have to worry about this anymore. We're taking care of it. You don't have to push anymore. You don't have to put in this effort anymore. It's really going to be in your best interest to completely let go here. So this means letting go of the fears associated, letting go of even your expectations. I know it sounds impossible to do that at times, but it's actually going to give you the best outcome. And the reason why we're not getting the outcome is actually because since there's so many different energies here, I can't really tell you where it's going to land, but what they're saying is that if you let go, this is going to fall into place in terms of your highest good. So I don't know if you want to do a follow-up, pick a card, and what's going to happen next for you guys, but they're indicating here that the best thing to do, the best approach, is to let it go. Can we have a final message, please, for group number 1, Howlite? Thank you. Okay, so your final 2 cards, we have the 7 of Swords and the 4 of Wands. Basically, I think that part of this is, number one, there could be something right now that is not what it seems fully, meaning you're meant to get more clarity. If you're trying to make a decision right now or move forward in some way right now, it may not be aligned just yet, because there's still something that is coming through into clarity. So you, like, this card can represent illusions, right? So we have to kind of just give it some time, give yourself some time and space so that this clarity can come through. And it's exactly what's going to happen after you let go and give it that space. Okay, so you will have this clarity come through. Like I said, with the 4 of Wands here, I do feel that ultimately the outcome is going to suit you. It's going to benefit you. Even if, like I said, it doesn't seem like that's what you initially wanted, that's because something better is coming towards you. And obviously that differs. So maybe some of you guys, you did want something like this. Whatever the case is, it is balancing for you. Okay, so again, if you want, you can do a follow-up with any of my past pick a cards. If any of them seem like they resonate for you, you can just go in. My readings are timeless, except for the weekly ones, or if it has like an actual date on it. So yeah, you guys can check that out. But this is what I'm seeing for you, group one. I hope it resonated. It's kind of a tough question because it's just like so many different questions, but yeah, you can let me know below. But if you'd like a personal reading, my info is always below. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you next time. Okay, take care. Bye bye. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 2, which is amethyst. So I had forgotten to mention before we do this, just make sure that you do have a clear question in mind. Tarot is very dependent on this energy. So if you feel like you were conflicted and you had 2 different questions, for example, just try to really focus it on one, then pick the stone, and then if you have another one, you can always redo this. But for now, again, just go with your intuition, having that clear question in mind. Spirit, this reading is for group number 2, please, amethyst. Please and thank you. Spirit, what is your starting message for group number 2? Just anything that can help us understand what's going on and potentially any guidance. Group 2, amethyst, what's going on? What's your starting energy or starting message? Group 3. Okay, so it looks like this might have to do, I'm not sure if it has to do only with a question you have for your future, but this is a nice energy. I think that either your outcome is going to be extremely positive for you, or you could even just be kind of thinking about this, visualizing or manifesting some kind of a positive future. I don't know if maybe we have a split here. Maybe it has to do with home and family or your finances / career, because obviously these could be either or it could be kind of one and the same. But again, it's a really lovely energy. So let's see, what is their guidance? What do they need to know, please, for group number 2, amethyst? What do they need to know? Spirit, how would you like to guide them? So they said it's time for a new beginning with the Fool card. I know you guys might be a little undecided, but I think for the most part you do have this great clarity in your vision, not just your logic, but also your intuition and your psychic sight or any kind of psychic feelings, okay? With the Strength card, I think they're just trying to remind you to tap into your own strengths and to remember even things like your talents and things like the support in your life, whether it's from people in the 3D or more of a spiritual support. And again, even though I'm not really sure, because everyone has a different question, I'm not really sure what your actual question is, but we can see here you are being fully encouraged by the divine and your guides to start fresh and to go ahead with whatever it is that you were thinking about. I would like to add, though, if you are undecided to the point where you're feeling afraid and confused and anxious and it's a bit of a negative energy, you may want to take a step back and give yourself some time to get into this energy, because this energy is a very positive, balanced, prosperous energy, and therefore this energy here with the Fool is saying it's safe to proceed. We're going to be protected and supported, right? But if that's not the case, if you don't have that good energy behind it, it may be trying to tell you something, okay? So whether it's just your intuition trying to alert you to whatever, or it's just more a matter of the energy work itself and your own happiness itself, like Spirit is trying to give you some kind of a caution with that feeling. If you do not have that feeling, you're good to go. Go ahead, go right for it. With the Two of Pentacles, I'll get more cards just to see if they have suggestions for this decision. But the Fool card and the fact that it's touching the Ace of Pentacles, it's clearly time for a new beginning for you guys. I don't know, again, if it is necessarily with something with career, finance, or whatever, or with 10 of Cups. It could even be talking about any form of happiness for you. It could be a goal, it could be a vision, it could be a connection, whatever the case is. With the Two of Wands, I feel like this is you always kind of looking into the future and wanting to continue with that sense of clarity. You don't have to know the future in order to, feel that sense of security. I think instead, you guys are feeling secure about the future because you trust within your guides and the universe and divine. If you feel like that's not true, then they're asking you to trust, okay? Because that's the only way that we can really fly free and be supported, is with having faith. Spirit, can you tell us a little bit more about the Two of Pentacles, please, for group 2? Okay, so we have Eight of Wands and we have King of Pentacles. Okay, this is like literal. It's almost like stay or go, because the Eight of Wands is talking about movement, dynamic movement, and it could even be relocation or travel in a literal sense for some of you, whereas the King of Pentacles is more like, no, I'm going to just sit here. I'm going to stay where I am. So that is why this is completely up to you. So I'm advising personally that this decision can best be made based on how you're currently feeling in your energy. Obviously, you can ask your guides and get further advice. Like if you want, you can even look at a follow-up, pick a card. You can look at any of my past videos. They're all timeless except the ones that have time indicated, like the weekly readings or whatever. Okay. What else do we need to know of how they can best move forward, the best guidance? Any final messages for group 2, please? So again, just to repeat that, please do not make a decision with any negative energy backing it. So for example, try not to do anything out of either fear or wanting to just completely escape something. I mean, that's still valid, but the thing is, in order to get the best outcome, we have to embody that energy of like, okay, security and faith, and I'm moving towards my happiness, I'm moving towards my fulfillment, my new adventure, whatever. And you're definitely going to get a better outcome energetically if you can use that energy. Okay, so we have the Queen of Pentacles, we have the Two of Cups. Many of you, there could have been also some kind of connection to another person. We see that now with the Ten of Cups, the Two of Cups, and then the King and Queen of the same suit. So it does make me wonder if there's something there. That will still apply. Okay, that will still apply with, having your new beginning and really making this decision towards your happiness. That might be tricky to figure out what your happiness is. That's why the Five of Cups is here to remind you that you have to ask yourself if you truly feel, and this is within your soul's truth, do you feel fulfilled, or do you feel like something is missing? Okay, so this would be for a lot of you, or maybe just some of you, it might be the number one thing to look into and to be honest about in your soul, just how you're feeling about that. Any final guidance? Oh, and the guidance with these 3 cards is kind of the same thing. They want the guidance that they want you to follow, especially if you need to take an action here. They're saying only move towards what makes you feel this happiness and fulfillment. And I know that this sounds really kind of obvious and cliche, but it's not, because when we're in it, we oftentimes don't, it's hard to really grasp consciously these feelings and the truth of our soul, because we're in the mix of the situation. So just take some time to ponder that. Again, you can always look at other pick cards to get more information just from yourself, like what your soul wants to tell you, for example. But what they're emphasizing here in terms of moving forward is your new beginning, your prosperous potential. And this is what the outcome would look like ultimately, is that balance, and it's like this loving, warm energy. Any final messages for group number 2, please, and what guidance you have for them, Spirit? Amethyst, thank you. So they pretty much just said the same thing. Go for it, with the Chariot at the bottom. And the Ten of Pentacles is showing us that beautiful outcome at the end. We already had the Ten of Cups, and now we're confirmed with the Ten of Pentacles. You will have such a beautiful outcome for yourself, regardless of the category that we're talking about. We can see it here. There's fulfillment, there's security, there's happiness, there's even like, they did say something about family. So whether it's like soul family or a sense of fulfillment in that way. Okay, so this is the outcome for you, and they're asking you to not settle for less than what you want with this, okay? So I probably would say that this is a big decision, or it seems like a really big decision to me. So if you guys want, just let us know in the comments what's going on if you feel comfortable to share, but I do hope that this was helpful. As always, if you'd like a personal reading to get more personalized messages, you can find my link below, okay? So thank you guys, and I will see you next time, okay? Take care, bye-bye. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 3, which is black tourmaline. I hope that you already had the question in mind because I forgot to say that in the intro, so just make sure for anything like this you have a clear focus, because otherwise the energies do tend to get mixed up. So I hope you have that clear question, clear focus in mind. Spirit, this reading is for group number 3, black tourmaline, please. Please and thank you. Let's just get a starter message. Spirit, can you tell us what's your first message for group 3? What do they need to know in their highest good in this situation? What's the starting message? I feel like a lot wanted to come out, so I just let it come through. The only one that landed face up, we have the 5 of Swords, the 4 of Pentacles, Empress, 9 of Wands, and the 7 of Cups. Okay, we do have a mix of energy here, and it does look as though, even though it may not feel like it, the conflict, because I feel like that this is regarding a conflict, the conflict or issue at hand here, it is going to be a temporary conflict. So although it might feel, for many of you, I'm sure, it feels like it's just this thing that won't end and it's like a sense of permanence, just know that this is not meant to stay in your life. I am getting the classic, we're going through this for a reason to learn a lesson kind of vibe as well, but I'll get more on that. It does feel as though many of you could be stuck right now, but at the same time, what I'm really loving here is the Empress energy. Even though it seems like something here was like, I don't know if there was like feeling rejected, shot down, or really tired from and worn from battle, it still seems like you have not given up at all, and that's an amazing thing because there's a sense of resilience and power here with the Empress card. The 7 of Cups is showing us that there are still opportunities for you. I definitely see that there's going to be a clearing of this fog. So the 5 of Swords and whatever blockage or battle you're going through right now, it does have a very specific purpose, reason, and timing. Some of you, it could simply be just something like your destined alignment, something with your astrology, something with your karmic cycles. I don't know exactly, but just know that it's not an accident. It's not that something went wrong. It wasn't that there was some kind of a mistake. This just needed to happen. I'm assuming it was a catalyst in some ways as well. Spirit, can you tell us now what is the guidance for them for this question or issue that they have in mind? Thank you. It also could be that you were being protected from something, this being the black tourmaline group. Okay, so the guidance here. So with the fact that this is guidance, they did ask you to let the tower fall. That is not something we ever probably want to do, but this is what's going to happen. This is similar to group 1 who got the Hanged Man, but they didn't use the Hanged Man. They just said that if a tower is falling, even if it's a small tower or a big, whatever size of tower, it's meant to come crashing down so that it can be completely cleared away. So that's what I think is happening here. And this is not, your guides and spirit want to emphasize that this is not because of something that you've done or didn't do. This is because of everything around you needed to align. Anything else of what guidance you have for them for this question? Group 3, black tourmaline, what do they need to know guidance-wise? Thank you. Guidance, please, for group 3. Well, there you did get the Hanged Man, actually. And then you got the Three of Swords, you got the Knight of Cups, the Eight of Wands, and then the Five of Cups. Yeah, this is definitely really difficult. I mean, obviously, you can see from the cards, this is quite difficult. Again, I see you moving forward with everything that you have learned thus far on your spiritual path. So you have that. You haven't lost any of that. You haven't lost any of your wisdom. With the Three of Swords, I feel like this is even something that's not new to you. I feel that this is part of the tower that's meant to fall. It's almost like an old heart is meant to, the tower is meant to fall, and then the new heart is meant to be born. So it is a rebirth of your heart, of your spirit. And another thing here with the Five of Cups, they're asking you to really try not to focus on the fallen cups. Try to focus on what's still out there for you in the potential of life, and to really not let this energy drag you down into the low vibration, which I think you have a great potential in, because the the Empress is in a high vibration, and and it's not changing. She's, you know, she's going to stay that way. Okay, any final guidance here as to what's going on, or what they should do, or anything about any outcomes even? Now for you guys especially, I am going to mention this, that you may have already heard me talk about this, that I put out a video, I don't know, like whatever amount of days ago, I think it was like 3 videos ago, that I put out this video for energy healing, how to work with energy. I'll link that below. I'll just start linking it from now on. How to do energy work and energy healing. You guys definitely would benefit from listening to some of those ideas, because you can definitely work with this energy, even if you want to just feel better within yourself and let everything else fall into place. Your final card we have is the Nine of Cups. This is a card of absolute relief. I feel like you are going to feel immense relief. Now, I don't know exactly the timing, but give this a little bit of time. The towers are gonna the tower needs to fall, whatever's going on here. Some of your emotional swords and energy is also going to be released and fall away, as long as you're open to letting it go. It's gonna happen, and you're going to feel this huge relief shortly, in the near future. I don't know exactly when, because it's just many different outcomes, but this is happening. You're going to feel so much better, so much more relieved. The chaos is going to stop. Okay, so again, the guidance is essentially just really try to navigate through this. Don't hold on to any of the low vibrations, even though that's very tempting, and stay in your power. Yeah, it's difficult. I know it's difficult. Like I said, you know, you can look at old pick a card readings if you'd like, since they're all timeless except the ones that otherwise indicated. But almost everything is timeless if you want to look into this. Group 3, I think I'm going to have to leave it there. I hope I got some clarity for you, being that I have no idea what the question is. But if you'd like a personal reading, you can always book that with me. I've linked it below. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. And I hope to see you next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 4, which is chrysoprase. So I had forgotten to say it in the intro, but just please have your question clearly in your mind. I know sometimes we think of more than one thing, so provided that you have a clear question, this should work. Spirit, this reading is for group number 4, chrysoprase. Please and thank you. And if you do have more than one question, you could always just redo the video and pick a different stone depending on the question. Okay, Spirit, for group number 4, please, can we just have a starting message about their situation, their question, anything we need to hear as a starter? Group number 4, chrysoprase, thank you. Okay, so just as a starting message, I feel like this is a really wonderful energy for you in terms of your resilience, everything that you're building for yourself, your wishes, and your prosperity. This is really good. It's such a powerful energy for yourself. I feel like this is you climbing your mountain and really striving and thriving. Even if you don't feel totally prepared, even if you don't know exactly the right answer and whatnot, you are completely thriving and you're climbing that mountain and you're getting there. So I think that that's what's going on here. Overall, I see a really positive energy as well as a positive outcome. I don't even know if they'll give you any guidance because you're already doing exactly what you need to do, which this reading would then become just a confirmation. But let's see if we can get that for you. Spirit, what is your actual guidance then, please, for group number 4? For some of you, the guidance could be, to just have that faith and keep going towards this goal and dream because it is working for you. Even if you have to fall down 1,000 times, ultimately you're going to get back up and you're going to continue to climb that mountain. So that could be the advice for a lot of you. But let's see. So we have the Knight of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, and the Moon. Your guidance is pretty simple. It is just the guidance to really be aware of your thinking, because it seems to me that the only thing that could stop you from this success is your own self-doubt. That's really it. That's the only thing in this world that's going to stop you from this. Another thing is the Knight of Pentacles, to remember to take this one step at a time and to remind yourself that stuff like this, especially this type of success and bright energy, is meant to happen in steps. It's a process. So they do want you to remember that. The Two of Swords is the doubt and insecurity that could creep in, and it could really feel debilitating. It could really feel paralyzing, and they're asking you to just really try to not let that overpower you. I know that's hard to do. The Moon card is the same thing. The Moon card is talking about confusion, anxiety, apprehension. Sorry about that. So yeah, I mean, that is the advice. So this is very much a therapeutic kind of thing. They're trying to cheer you on, encourage you to not let this get in your way. Well, if you guys are confused as to what steps to take, that's actually a different thing entirely. So I would recommend to try to work with your guides, really try to follow your intuitive flow. And just remember, you don't have to see 100 steps in front of you. Sometimes even just seeing one step, the very next step, is the right way to go, and we will figure out the rest. It's not all up to us. We are being guided by an entire force, an entire universe, and we're just doing what we can in the position that we are in. We're just doing our best. So that is pretty much the guidance. I think you're doing everything that you can. If you feel like, oh, no, I need to be doing more, I need to be pushing myself in this and that. The truth is, we can only do what we can do, like we can't do more than that. We can't do more than our best. But if you feel like you're chronically not doing your best, it might be time to rethink that and say, okay, I'm only human. I can only do what I can do. And maybe just this little step of progress today, or even just like every couple of days, maybe this is enough, and eventually I'll get to my goal. So that would be just an example of reframing and having a new perspective, so that you guys can feel encouraged every step of the way. Because we don't have to be perfect, and it doesn't have to happen overnight. It's really, the key is patience and persistence. Spirit, any final messages, any final guidance for group number 4? Try to also count the wins. I'm sure you guys have already had a lot of progress or successes, but you might not necessarily count that or acknowledge that at times, because it's not the 100% of what you want, but it still counts. Definitely give yourself credit. So we have the King of Swords and then the Emperor. And final card for their guidance, please. So I feel like this is, these are both your energies. This is pretty much kind of the same energy here. This is a lot of worry, anxiety, fear, maybe even wanting to control for things and outcomes, even though that's not possible for us, and it's very exhausting to do that. So try to have a little bit more faith within your spirit guides, within your connection to spirit and the universe. Here with these two cards, they're very powerful, but they can also have, they can also run the risk of being a little bit too analytical and rigid, and it gets stressful. So try to soften your energy a little bit. Give yourself more warmth and compassion, a little bit more slack, you know. And I'm not saying that we have to give ourselves permission to completely drop the ball or whatever, but try to be a little bit kinder to yourself. One thing I've told a lot of people is try to imagine if you were your own boss in life. Think of how if like this dialogue, this inner dialogue that you give yourself, how would that actually sound if you were, you know, actually receiving this from your job and this is what your boss was telling you and you're like, oh man, my boss is so critical, right? So try to craft your inner voice, your inner boss dialogue to something kinder, more encouraging, and essentially more patient. So I don't know what your question was, but I hope that this was helpful. This is what I am seeing for you guys, group 4. And if you'd like a personal reading just to, you know, kind of get more detail, I always link it below, personal readings with me, okay? So thank you guys so much. Sending you blessings, and I will see you next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 5, the Golden Healer Quartz. So just make sure that you have a clear question in mind, otherwise it might be a little difficult to get clarity. Spirit, this reading is for group number 5, Golden Healer Quartz, please. Please and thank you. Spirit, what is your starting message for group number 5, Golden Healer Quartz? Just any starter message so that we can grasp the energy. They gave you a couple of direct quotes here. With the Justice card, they said everything or something, if you're thinking of a direct thing, they said something is coming into balance. I actually think group 1 got a similar thing. But then they said sit tight because everything is coming into balance. Everything is becoming fair or just or equal or something like that. And then here with the Knight of Swords, what we're actually seeing is that things are going to be moving forward really rapidly after just a small amount of time. It's just going to kind of be this surprise for you guys. Okay, so I have no idea your question, but let's take a look at the guidance. Spirit, regardless of, well, thinking of their question now, Spirit, what is the guidance for group number 5, Golden Healer Quartz? Just what do they need to hear in order to make a decision in their highest good, or any guidance, clarity that will be helpful. Group 5. So with the Two of Cups, this is a similar energy to the Justice card. It does feel very balanced. It does feel very loving, and it even also feels positive. With the Queen of Pentacles energy, I am feeling a kind human being here, whether this is you or someone that you're thinking of. There's a positive, cooperative energy going on here. I don't know if this is talking about an outcome or what, but as we move forward here with the Fool card, it does look like there wants to be this new beginning, new chapter, but the Four of Pentacles is just a little bit of waiting. I don't see ultimately you being blocked by something. I'll get more cards, but it seems like there could just be a little bit of a delay. So what, Spirit, how can you guide them? What is the guidance for this situation? Guidance for group 5. What do they need to do or know? They could just be encouraging you to move forward. I think another group got the Fool and it was just like, go for it, right? Now, yours is similar. Your guidance is similar, that you are meant to go for it and move forward. However, it's a little bit more of a delicate situation where it's going to depend on a few factors. So let's see. Okay, so we have the Two of Pentacles, and then we have two queens here, Queen of Swords and Queen of Cups. I am seeing you interact with another person. I don't know if, well, I mean, I guess some of you, if it's not resonating, that's the person. It could be either something with yourself or even another situation, let's say. But it does seem like there is this balancing act. No matter where I look, it seems like there's this balancing act. So I suppose one thing to keep in mind is there needs to be further clarity and conversation / communication in order to have this new beginning. I am sensing a very positive outcome, but again, this is almost a delicate situation where we may not have all the facts yet, in a sense. So there is a chance that you guys might need to take a step back for now and really only make a decision when you feel completely comfortable or when you feel it's completely right to move forward. So this is really, you guys are going to really need to lean on your guides for this, because they're going to be like, hey, it's time now. Okay, so what else do we need to know as the guidance for whatever's going on here for group 5, please? Now, if it's not the case that you're dealing with a pleasant and kind person, that could be implied guidance, meaning you're only meant to have a good experience here, I feel, where this whole thing is coming into balance. If you feel that that is not the case, then this might not be the right situation for you, and that could be why this here is imbalance and going back and forth. So I hope that resonates for just some of you. I don't think that's everyone's situation. So here we have this, so we're getting more guidance, and we're seeing this future outcome again of some kind of cooperation, balance, harmony between two people, or if it's not people per se, for some of you, it, like I said, could be a situation. So you are heading in the exact right direction. It's just a matter of really following this intricate instruction from the universe, because I know sometimes it can be really confusing, right? There's so many different decisions to make. There's so many different things that can pop through. So you have to kind of really just navigate through this water, you know? Any other final messages of advice or guidance for group number 5 for their situation, whatever this is? Part of your guides, I would say, is also your guidance is also your intuition, of course. So if you are not entirely sure of something, that just means that, again, some new information is meant to come towards you. Hang on. I had to pause. I don't know what's going on out there. Okay. So yeah, like if our intuition is screaming yes, that's a wonderful feeling. We're like, I really know that this is right for me. But for the most part, that's not what happens. We have, you know, so we might just feel a gray area. So if you guys are really unsure, it just means that either all the facts have not been presented yet, or it means that the timing is not quite settled. Okay, so that's really all we're looking at. Like I said, okay, this makes a little more sense now. So we have the 5 of Pentacles, the Temperance card, and the 10 of Pentacles. This is actually an amazing confirmation. So what we're seeing here is something not working out at all at first and leaving you kind of out in the cold, and just there could be a struggle of some kind. But with the Temperance card, all of this is healing and becoming warm, and then the 10 of Pentacles shows that you're receiving something much bigger even than you expected. So your questions could be all over the board, right? We don't know exactly just what the one question is, but we can see that the outcome is going to be extremely prosperous for you if you follow this guidance that they keep mentioning. So just be aware. You don't have to be cautious or careful. Just be aware. Just be aware, work with them, trust your own guidance, wait if you have to. I always say, if I don't know what decision to make at times, I just make no decision, and I just really try to stay as present as I possibly can until the further steps are shown to me, and until my intuition feels right to proceed. So group 5, I don't know if this resonated. I hope it did, because I was confused myself, but I hope that something here made sense. If you need to redo the whole reading and like have a more focused question, you can actually do that with any of the other crystals, okay? So thank you so much. If you want personal guidance, a personal reading with me, the info is below. And I will see you guys next time, okay? Take care. Bye-bye. Hey guys, this is the reading for those of you who chose group number 6, which is clear quartz. Okay, so try to have your question clearly in your mind, otherwise it might get a little confusing. Spirit, this reading is for group number 6, clear quartz. Please and thank you, and we're going to start with Just a simple general starting message. Spirit, what do they need to hear first? What is your starting message for their question or their energy, please? Kind of a lot of messages here. All right, so we have the Eight of Swords, we have the Four of Pentacles, which automatically makes me feel as though you're probably stuck or feeling stuck, especially with an old cycle. I'm going to give you a spoiler here. You are going to come out of this stuckness, which is partly why we're getting advice next. Like, that's going to help with this outcome here. You are going to be swiftly moving forward and out of this cycle or stuckness, and you are going to be expanding and moving. Some of you, that, yes, could be a literal thing if you are moving in terms of relocating. If that's not the case, this could be talking about evolving, expanding, and broadening your horizons in different ways. Okay, so let's get the direct guidance. If in fact this is what is pertaining to your question, is like that feeling of stuckness. Spirit, what is the best guidance for group number 6 in their question, please? Well, number 1, you might need, two things come to mind here, either the word support or joy. So number 1 could be, you might need some support and help with this situation. If it looks like you're really not gaining any traction working on this yourself, you might need to begin to branch out and ask people, your loved ones or whoever is in your life, if possible, to ask them for some assistance here. If you feel that's hard to do, just remember that's what we're all here for each other for. You know, nobody can really, like, yeah, I mean, life is not easy. Like, we can't just do it all on our own and have this only one burden. You know, it's meant to be a shared effort. That's how I see it, at least. But if it's not from people in your life, if that's not doable or possible, then this is definitely asking the help of your guides, because I talk about this all the time, but it really is important to remember that our spirit guides, universe, you know, everything, they're here for us, and we are allowed to ask for help. Now, another piece of this could be something having to do with joy. They're asking you to remember your happiness and your joy, and allowing that to free you from the chains and from the stuckness. The moment that you remember this feeling that you are looking for, this feeling that you want, you will be able to break some type of a cycle or some type of a blockage or stuckness. Okay, so what else is the guidance for them, please? If you haven't already watched the video I did on how to do energy work and energy healing, some of the methods and ideas there might be helpful to you with regard to this cycle, because it's an energy cycle. So I've linked that below. We have here the Two of Cups. What else is the guidance for them in this situation, please? There is something that is meant to be balanced and brought to some sort of harmony, fairness, or balance, or something like that. Something needs to be fair and balanced in the situation itself. Eight of Wands is showing, and Knight of Cups as well. These are all connected here. This is all showing some type of moving forward or breaking free, or freedom in a general sense. And what they are telling us about that is something just needs to be fair and balanced in order for this to move forward, or that's the direction that you're moving towards, probably both. So I don't know if maybe it just helps to keep that in the back of your mind, that that's really what's going on here. For example, if you're trying to do something for yourself that's positive, just try to remember that this is what's going to help to bring you balance in your life, and that this is what's fair, because maybe you were unable to do that for so long, or whatever is the situation. If it's regarding you in a situation and another person, like I said, this is moving in the direction of justice and balance. So I don't know if that helps, just to keep in the back of your mind. Spirit, anything else that they need to know? Any guidance for group number 6 for their question. I feel like you guys definitely already knew the answer to this, or maybe you're even just envisioning it with the High Priestess card there. We have Page of Wands, we have the Magician. So this is actually a really beautiful combination, because we see the power of the Magician and the High Priestess. It's almost like, it feels like feminine, masculine, and child actually here all together. And I think that here they're just reminding you that you have such a powerful way to manifest your way forward. Your intuition was already powerful. Your manifestation will also be powerful once you align with yourself. And then with the Page of Wands, this is talking about the passion within you that is sort of igniting, and that's what's going to carry you forward. So I don't know what you guys' question was at all, obviously, but I do hope that some of this makes some sense, because I was a little confused. But there are a lot of elements here. There's a lot of moving parts to most likely your situation. So let's get any final message, please, for group number 6 and their guidance of what to do or anything like that. So if you were nervous about an opportunity not coming towards you, or like you're asking yourself, what's going to happen next? How can I even move forward? You can definitely manifest an opportunity. All you have to do is just be really open to it. Definitely remembering your worth and remembering that you deserve freedom or this type of happiness, whatever it is. And you can create that. You can ask the universe for it, or just be like, thank you for this opportunity coming towards me. I am open to receiving this. Okay. Here it's a really bright energy. Make sure to stay in your pure energy. Here you're very much motivated. There's a lot of passion and fire, but you're also moving forward with your heart. Like basically here you have pure intention. You have a really glowing heart space. So just remember that as well. Always remember to basically embody that energy and step into your pure heart energy, so that you can move forward with the best intention and outcome as well. So again, I do hope that this made sense. I hope that it resonated. Okay, so, and if you guys want a personal reading, some personal guidance, you can book a reading with me below. But thank you guys. Let me know in the comments your thoughts. But thank you so much again, and I will see you next time. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.